Hello everyone, this is Ashley. We're going to be doing the weekly love quickie for the week of September 10th. I'm going to do earth, air, fire, water in that order. So if you want to check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus for a full picture of what might be coming up for you in love this week, you can check the timestamps. I'll have them down below in the description box. So you can kind of skip around and skip the shuffling that I will do in between each of the elements. So we're going to start with Earth and go from there. So let's see what's coming up in love for Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn for the week of September 10th. I'm going to use the Hidden Truth Oracle and then the Queen of the Moon Oracle and just see what we get. So, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I'm actually going to move these. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I have some other decks sitting here, so we'll just see. If anything comes up that needs more clarifying, I'll pull some more cards. Okay, Taurus. We have, I don't react when people mention you. And we have the full moon, and it says power. So kind of talking about personal power. We also have the Eight of Swords, the Knight of Cups, and the King of Swords. I do feel like someone's really up in their head here. Like overthinking and kind of just keeping themselves mentally stuck. You can kind of see how she is bound and tied here, blindfolded, and, you know, all these like thoughts coming from her head. And the King of Swords can be extremely wise and logical, but can also be, you know, pretty unemotional. And I think that that's what this person is going for, like somehow creates this feeling of power. It's like it gives them something to have power over, to not show their feelings about you. It says, I don't react when people mention you. I think this person is just all up in their head and wanting to hide the fact that they actually really like you, perhaps even love you. We have the Knight of Cups. So I do feel like this person is eventually going to come forward. But you can see how this particular depiction of the Knight of Cups, this horse is like splashing around in the water. And to me, that's talking about this person has to get in touch with their emotional side before this happens. Let me see. I'll pull some Kipper on that. Like, why are they hiding from the these emotions. We have the House. That is the Judgment card, so I do feel like they're going to come forward. Could be someone from your past that, you know, just feels wounded on the inside, and so they don't want that to show. We have Judication. It's like they're trying to decide whether to kind of reveal themselves. Interesting. So it does look like they're going to come forward, but it's like they're trying to hide their feelings here. I do feel like perhaps they're just indecisive about coming forward at this time. Like they're weighing the pros and cons, is what I'm hearing. Okay. Virgo. We have, I hide behind material things, and the long night moon, darkness. So this is like the void moon or the dark moon before the new moon. So it talks about being in the void. We also have the Three of Cups, the Magician, and the Eight of Pentacles. I do feel like this person wants to reunite. But is in this place of like trying to, like it says, I hide behind material things. They're certainly trying to manifest you. But it's like they're trying to busy themselves at work. And it could be that they're successful at work, and so, you know, their outlet is to purchase things and sort of create happiness for themselves in that way. But for some reason, this Three of Cups here is kind of reminding me of like, hear no evil, speak no evil, see no evil. And it's like they're just in this avoidance space. It could be that they're healing from something with that dark moon. Kind of going through a shift of their own. Let's see where we have that. Where we have the Three of Cups. Message. Yeah, I think you're going to hear from this person that they want to reunite. But I think they're kind of like, it's like they're just staying busy. Could be dealing with a Gemini, a Virgo, or an Earth water sign. So could be another Virgo or Gemini with the Magician there. I think you're going to hear from this person. I think that it's just like this pause period with that dark moon. And I think during that time, they're just kind of keeping themselves busy. Perhaps just trying to build up their financial coins, right? Their finances. It could be that they're trying to create a more financially abundant situation so that they are more presentable to you. That may not be how you feel about it, but it could be that they want to come forward with more to offer, if that makes sense. Interesting. Capricorn, we have protection. I love you unconditionally. And we also have the Five of Wands, the Seven of Cups, and the Hanged Man. Or it's called the Hanged Muse in this deck. Could be dealing with a Pisces. We have water and fire energy here. I almost feel like this person is trying to protect you from their own lack of clarity and their own conflict that they're having within themselves. I feel like they're kind of in this space of like dealing with their own demons, and it could feel confusing to you, and it kind of feels like you're kept waiting and kept stuck, right? But I feel like perhaps, you know, they're trying to protect you from their own turmoil that they're going through, and they, you know, they love you unconditionally, but I feel like they're just trying to keep you safe from their own internal battles. Like this Five of Wands has all these mirrors, and it's actually the same person in each, with each mirror. So it's like they're seeing all different sides of themselves. You know, usually the Five of Wands is like 5 different people battling one another. I think this person is more like having a battle within themselves, really looking at themselves, and I feel like they just don't at this point know what they want because they're still in this conflict within. So it could feel like you're stuck waiting for this person. And I mean, if you are waiting for this person, you're definitely stuck because they're still in this interesting energy. But it could also be that as they are going through this Five of Wands and Seven of Cups, they're gaining some more perspective on themselves. They're waking up to something. That wanted to come out. We have community. That could just be that they're spending quite a bit of time with friends and, you know, kind of like going out and about in high honor. For me, that feels like while they're working on themselves, they're trying to like contribute in some way to others. And it may feel like you're the only one that they're not contributing to. But it feels like almost like they're just trying to keep you at bay, like at an arm's length here to protect you. Let's see, we have mature man, occupation, thief. Certainly busying themselves with work, trying to figure out what it is that they really, you know, are growing into, like what they want in the future. He's kind of like gazing at this globe. But with that thief energy, it just kind of feels like they don't want to take anything out on you until they get themselves figured out. Interesting. Okay, let's move on to air. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, for the week of September 10th. Let's see what we get here. Right, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. All right, Gemini, let's see what we have here. I wish things could be different. And the waning crescent, it says release. And we have the Six of Swords, the Page of Inspiration, or Page of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. So somebody is cutting someone out here. It's like they've decided that they're not going to play around anymore. With this Page of Wands, it can kind of be like a flirty, playful, but very not serious energy. Someone who's kind of in and out. And somebody is moving on. Release, I wish things could be different. That 27, it feels also like someone's done some deep reflecting on this situation. Like something transformative is happening here by releasing this. There's all these butterflies coming out from her chest. And she's kind of like holding on to all this like brambles and debris, like dead plants here behind her. So it's kind of like letting go of something that's like dead, done, over with. It does feel like there's some regret about having to cut this out, but that's where that's headed. Could be dealing with Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Could be a fire sign as well. But to me, this feels like you, Gemini, this Queen of Swords. Like you're just cutting something out and you're moving on. Looking towards the future, what's the next leap of faith going to be? And kind of leaving this player energy in the past. See if we can get any other details on this Page of Wands. Sudden wealth. Could be seeing a lot of number synchronicities. I kind of just, and we get bad health. I kind of just feel like this person that's being cut out is like hot, cold, hot, cold. It's like 1 minute, it's like super exciting. The next minute, there's drama, or there's not any contact at all. Is kind of what I'm seeing there. Interesting. Libra, what do we got here? We have balance. What a Libra card to get, balance. And it is the waning gibbous moon. We're also getting, I wish I could share my good news with you. So somebody wants to reach out here. And we have the Star, the Hierophant, and the Muse of Inspiration. So that's the King of Wands. So it could be dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We also have Aquarius and Taurus here. Couple of majors, so they must have some new, I almost want to say new spiritual insight that they've stumbled across. Some sort of spiritual learning that they've experienced. It could also be that they have come into a new commitment, like a destined commitment. So it could be a relationship, could be a workplace, could be a new job, that kind of thing. With that, I wish I could share my good news with you. But it does look like this person's coming into better balance. They've gone through some lessons here with the Hierophant. And I think that they've done some healing as well with the Star card. But perhaps as this person's come into balance, perhaps you're just not on speaking terms. With that, I wish I could share my good news with you. You may hear from this person. Tell me about this good news message. Distant horizons. Perhaps they've moved to, could even be a new country, somewhere far off. They've kind of pulled up anchor. It could be that you no longer speak because you live at such a distance from one another. But this person's thinking about you intently. I think they do often. Could be that this is just someone you've met that is from another culture or background or from another country. But yeah, they've had some great news come in, some fortuitous event. Like I said, it could be a move, could be a new job, could be just some spiritual insight that they have stumbled upon, and but there's some sort of hesitation about sending you a message here. It could very well be, you see how her eyes are covered with clouds? It's like this old lady, and her eyes are covered. And she's got this like mobile, like, you know, one of those baby mobiles that you put above the crib of all the different phases of the moon. With her eyes being covered, I almost feel like perhaps you've cut this person out in the past. Like you don't want to see them or speak with them. Perhaps this has even been a karmic partner in the past. Because you could look at this as the Justice card, which is your card. All right, Aquarius. We have Purity, the Snow Moon. Very pretty card. All that white full moon here. I'm starting to understand our connection. And we have the Chariot, the Emperor, and the Ace of Cups. Could be dealing with a Cancer, an Aries, or a water sign here. I do feel like this person wants a victory with you. This person's worked on themselves quite a bit with this Emperor. Could be dealing with someone who's in entrepreneurship or someone who's like an authority figure. Someone with a strong masculine energy to them. They want a victory and they want it in love. So it could be dealing with a divine masculine here. And it's like they've come back into their innocence with this purity moon. I'm also feeling like surrender and healing with that. Just kind of like this white, light energy. Interesting. Let's see if we can get any other messages on this. I'm starting to understand our connection. But I do feel like you're going to hear from this person. And perhaps we have the coffin here. It could have been a death rebirth cycle in this relationship. I'm also getting that perhaps they've kind of kept this understanding to themselves, because you could see them as being the one in this coffin, and they need to like come out as like a rebirth. By the way, the coffin does not mean someone is going to die. It's just, it can also talk about how like at some point something was kind of like rotten underneath. And so they could have, like I said, they've been doing some self-work here. And I think that they're kind of coming into more of a pure surrendered state. I do feel like there's some regrets about the past here. Perhaps some fear of rejection that this person's experiencing. I don't think that's going to stop them. And I think they want to share this cup of love with you, this, and also this like wisdom they've acquired is what I'm getting. So expect a message, Aquarius. All right, let's move on to fire signs. So we're going to do Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Get a good shuffle on these. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. The week of September 10th in love. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. A couple more here. Okay. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. All right. Aries, what do we have here? I feel you even though we are apart. We also have the self-love waning crescent. And we have the Knight of Cups, the Six of Cups, and the Sun. Could definitely be a soulmate connection here with the Six of Cups. Perhaps even someone from the past. Could be dealing with a Leo or a water sign. It's definitely, this person's definitely all up in their feels about you. And I think they want to come forward. You will be hearing from this person. the Nine of Cups. You are their happiness. And I do also feel like with this sun, they've gone through some kind of healing as well. You can see how it's like presented as this big bloom. There's this lady down here meditating, and her solar plexus is lit up. And I say the healing because of this self-love card. I do feel like they've had to do some healing and loving of themselves in order to come to you correctly. And it does feel like perhaps you've had an interesting past with this person. Perhaps even a long-term relationship in the past. You can see like there's this like road that goes through the tire there into the background. Kind of feels like a long journey that perhaps you were once on together. But this person is definitely all up in their feels with I feel you even though we are apart, and all those cups. Could be someone that's also trying to kind of reach out to you energetically. Because I don't know that they are... I feel like they're sure that you are their happiness, their sun. But I don't know that they're totally sure how you're going to react to this cup of love. So let's see if we can get any other details. Why do we have the self-love here? Coffin, so death, rebirth type of situation. They kind of had to look at their shadow side. You are going to hear from them. So, like I said, water sign or potentially a Leo. I'm also getting Virgo with this crown of flowers that she is wearing. Reminds me of Virgo. So, take that as it resonates. What are we on now? Leo. We have, I wish I could take back my words. So somebody said some shite. The unexpected. We have the blue moon. So someone here is going to step through a portal, some sort of rare event coming at you. We do have the Page of Swords, the Devil, and the Knight of Wands. So, fire energy, Capricorn, air here. It does feel like there was something toxic going on in the past. Perhaps someone had some cutting words that were exchanged. And I also feel like this person was pretty hot and cold with that Knight of Wands. And it could have also felt like a really tight bond with the Devil here. It could have, I mean, there's definitely passion here. So it could have been a very sexual relationship. I do feel like this person is keeping an eye on you and watching your every move. Could be on social media. They might even be texting you. I don't know if you're accepting that communication from them, but I do feel like they're coming in. Curious to see what this unexpected blue moon card is about. What's unexpected? What's coming in that's unexpected? You know, maybe just an apology. Maybe you're not used to receiving apologies from this person, and that's why it feels like interesting. We have occupation and wealthy man. Someone perhaps getting a raise or seeing a spike in their work situation. So take that as it resonates. Might not apply to all of you. Yeah, I feel like perhaps this was a bit of a player in the past. Especially with that Knight of Wands and the Devil. I think they're thinking about you more than you realize. I think that's what's going to be unexpected. I do feel like they're going to communicate with you. I think they've been watching you, like I said. But perhaps you haven't heard from this person in a long time, and they're just going to come back in, and that's why it's going to be so expected. Yeah, sudden wealth again. So we had wealthy man and sudden wealth. I mean, that could actually be money. It could also be that this person's just figured out their own garbage. Like they've actually looked at themselves. We can always hope, right? Okay. Who are we on? Sagittarius, right? Yes. Okay. I can't stop thinking about you. We also have new beginnings. Ooh la la. So, new moon energy. We did just have the new moon a couple of days ago. We have the Hierophant, so could be dealing with a Taurus. A 6 of Pentacles, more earth energy, and 8 of Wands. I feel like this person is wanting a new beginning. You are heavily on their mind, and they are coming in hot and heavy. They want a commitment. They want to commit to you. They want equal back and forth exchange of energy. They want to, and they want to do it fast. You're going to be getting a lot of messages from this person. And it's probably full of passion as well. Like, I can't stop thinking about you. This person's probably fantasizing. And I do feel like they see you as a permanent relationship potential. Like, something that could be long-term here. Could very well be a new person. I also kind of feel like this could be someone from the past, so take it as it resonates. Because it's new moon and it is beginnings, but I kept seeing new beginnings. So perhaps it's a new beginning with an old person. It could be a brand new person coming in. Let's see if we can get any other details on this person or their intentions. Unexpected income. So you might not be expecting messages from this person. I guess what I'm saying is you might know who I'm talking about here, but it might be kind of surprising to you that they're like so passionate about you. It may come as a surprise. Pathway. Yep, they want to take that long road with you, Sagittarius. Commitment. They want to walk the path with you. They see you as long-term potential. Oops. And gift. Yep, they want to have a back and forth exchange of energy with you. That looks lovely. We have distant horizons at the bottom of the deck, so it could be someone from a distance. And with that 8 of Wands there, it could be that they want to move towards you. they might want to travel to come to you. So if you met this person online, they may not really talk to you about commitment right off because it does feel new, but they're thinking about it. So heads up. All right, let's move on to water signs. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces for the week of September 10th. Love. It's coming in for Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Ooh, got the Four of Wands and the Magician popping out there. Someone's manifesting someone. Or perhaps you are manifesting whoever is coming through. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Okay. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. All right. I did see the Judgment at the bottom of the deck, so we could be looking at past people here. We shall see. Okay, Cancer, we both know I am not the one for you. And we have the Path. So you can see it's like this lady standing down here by this ladder, deciding whether or not to climb the ladder and go through this portal. It is a number 8, so that tells me that there's a lot of self-work that is going on. Interesting. We have the Ace of Wands, 5 of Swords, 8 of Swords. This person is all up in their head. And I almost feel like it says we both know I am not the one for you. I'm pretty sure you're like, whatever. That's not how I feel. But it's because this person's like overthinking. Could be dealing with air or fire here. But I do feel like there's an olive branch here. Could be that this person wants to offer up, peace. And we do have this Ace of Wands here, something inspirational and passionate. But I think this person's just like, when I look at this card, this lady's standing here and she's got her arms crossed behind her back, and it's like, oh, do I want to do this? Do I not? Like, all up in the head. And this person is telling themselves the story, we both know I'm not the one for you. And it's kind of annoying, I feel like. Like, you might be annoyed with this person. Like, get it together. Because I'm crazy about you, right? Why do we have that Ace of Wands? Could be that this person just needs to snap out of it mentally. Definitely could be dealing with an air sign. Or someone with strong air in their chart. Why do we have the Ace of Wands? somebody here wants a new beginning. Could be you, could be them. They're just, you're expecting a new beginning with this person. It could also be that they're kind of expecting you to have a new beginning with someone else. It's like this pity party energy that I feel like they're in this pity party. High honor, like perhaps they feel like you're too good for them, but also you think they're amazing, so please get out of your head person so that we can be together. We also have thoughts and change. So this person, we already talked about this person being way up in their thoughts about this, like too much in their head. And it does look like there's change on the horizon. So it could be that you have this expectation of this new beginning because it's coming. It's coming. It's like as soon as this person like just decides to climb the damn ladder and go through the portal, right? Yeah, they need to change their attitude. They're just all up in their head. Oh, woe is me. What did I say? Pity party. That's what's going on there. Oh, Lordy, Cancer. Alright, let's do Scorpio. We have trust. Like something new is about to be born. It was my fault, but I blamed you. We also have Two of Cups, the Strength card, and the Four of Pentacles. So water, Leo, and earth energy here. This is like a really strong connection, but I feel like this person is really guarded because they're behaving like a bit of a chicken. They're really having to work on themselves and build up their own courage to come forward and actually become your counterpart, which they already know that they are. They are just in their ego. It was my fault, but I blamed you. You know, that sort of projection kind of energy comes from, you know, someone with a guarded heart and someone who doesn't have the courage to face themselves. But I do feel like it's like a really solid connection here. And you're getting the trust card, and it's a 32. It reduces to a 5, so some sort of change is coming. It's just waiting for this person to get the courage to do so, to kind of not just come forward, but also tame that inner beast that makes them want to project their crap onto you. But as of right now, they're like closed off. We have false person. Yeah, they're projecting. They're projecting. They could have been, they might have even known that they were projecting. Like, this is an 8 again. They need to work on themselves and find the courage to unmask themselves. And not necessarily just to you, but to themselves, right? Like, they need to be able to look in the mirror. Sudden wealth. We have the 11 card, so I do feel like that's a strong connection. That's a master number. And perhaps it's because the connection is so strong that you've really called up their demons. You know what I mean? Like, the connection's so strong, so their shadow side is showing. Gotta love when that happens, right? mature woman. So somebody here I feel like is more evolved than the other person. And it's intimidating. It's intimidating to this other person. So they need to get with the program, look at themselves. They also need to have some trust, right? That the connection is strong enough that you are both capable of moving forward and building something together. Interesting. Water signs, what is up? Let's look at Pisces. Finding out the truth crushed me. Pleasure. Interesting combination. We also have the 10 of Wands, the 8 of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords. So that crushing energy makes sense for that 10 of Wands. Something here has definitely been a burden. And I feel like someone wants to work on this. But there may have been some sort of truth that came out with the Knight of Swords here that kind of introduced some drama. And with that pleasure card, I kind of wonder if it's because someone found pleasure elsewhere, if you know what I mean. It is the waning gibbous, which follows the full moon. So at the full moon, we release, truths are revealed. So that kind of fits in. It could very well be that that was a truth that came out, and perhaps even in a bit of a dramatic fashion with that Knight of Swords. But I do feel like this person wants to work on this, and they want to communicate with you. It just kind of feels like perhaps they're licking their wounds. I mean, you can certainly flip-flop that energy, take it as it resonates. I'm also getting that someone here is spending a lot of time working on something that they're passionate about. So it could have been a recent change in career as well. I don't feel like that is for very many of you, but it could be for some of you. We have main female. We have message. Great fortune. Interesting. So somebody's definitely working on their pentacles, but it could very well be that the message that's coming in is kind of a turn of the tides, so to speak, some sort of transformational type of information coming in. Finding out the truth crushed me. Why do we have that? What is this? Path. Like somebody didn't want to walk this path. And imprisonment. Yeah. I feel like someone here certainly could have been fooling around. But I also feel like this person may have felt really stuck while you were chasing your destiny here. That 8 of Pentacles, the pleasure card, main female, and great fortune. It could very well be that you kind of following your own path, following your destiny, made them feel stuck, made them feel, I mean, I really doubt that they went to jail. That could apply to some. beneficial person. Yeah, it was almost like it was intimidating to them because they were kind of the boss. They were kind of the badass, right? They kind of, you know, felt good about themselves until you went on this new path, and then it made them feel intimidated. I feel like that's coming through a lot in the water here, intimidation. It's like water signs are just doing so well, it's scaring the pants off of everyone. So, very interesting. So, fire, earth, air coming through there. Could be any sign, really. Well, I hope that was helpful. Definitely check your other placements for additional messages. And enjoy your weekend and your week. Some very interesting love messages came through today, so it could be an interesting week. I will see you in the next one. Bye.